Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we discussed the solution of general form of Abel's singular integral equation, in which the limits of integration were a to s. Today, we will discuss another form of Abel's singular integral equation, in which the limits of integration are from s to b. So, this form of Abel's singular integral equation is given by Fs is equal to integral s to b gt divided by ht minus hs whole raised to the power alpha. Here alpha belongs to the open interval 0, 1 and this s lies in the open interval ab and the function h is monotonically increasing function. We will find the solution of this Abel's singular integral equation. So in order to solve this integral equation, let us consider the integral I given by integral s to b h dash u f u du divided by hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Now let us find the value of f of u from this equation 1 by replacing the variable s by u. So if we replace s by u here, this will become f of u. From here limits of integration will become u to b gt dt divided by ht minus hu whole raised to the power alpha. Now we can substitute this value of f of u from this equation into the equation 2. So here substituting the value of f of u, the value of integral I, that becomes integral s to b h dash u divided by hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into the integral with respect to t between the limits t is equal to u to t is equal to b gt upon ht minus hu whole raised to the power alpha. Now we can see that this double integral on the right side of this equation, this has to be integrated in the t direction first between the limits t is equal to u to t is equal to b, and then the resulting integral is to be integrated between the limits u is equal to s to u is equal to b. This integral is in the u direction. Now the region of integration here we can see that is given by this triangular region. Here this is t axis, this is u axis, this is a line t is equal to s, and this line is parallel to t axis which is given by u is equal to s. This line is also parallel to t axis which is given by u is equal to b, and this line, this is parallel to u axis at a distance b from this line. So this is t is equal to b. This area ABC, this triangular region is the region of integration. Now in this given integral, the area the ABC that is divided into the strips of this kind, the strips parallel to t axis, these kind of strips, one such strip is the strip PQ. Now we will have to reverse the order of integration. It means we first integrate with respect to u and then with respect to t, and in this case to change the order of integration, the triangular region ABC that is divided into the strips which are parallel to this axis, and one such kind of strip, that is the strip P dash Q dash. So in this case the limits of integration for u will become u is equal to s to u is equal to t, u is equal to s to u is equal to t, and the limits of t, they will be t is equal to s to t is equal to b. So after changing the order of integration, the equation 4 that becomes I is equal to integral t is equal to s to t is equal to b gt integral u is equal to s to u is equal to t, h dash u upon hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into ht minus hu whole raised to the power alpha. This integration is with respect to u, and then the resulting integral that is integrated with respect to t. Now let us consider this integral as the integral j. So the integral j is denoted by the integral which is in the t direction between the limits u is equal to s to, this is in the u direction between the limits u is equal to s to u is equal to t. So if we take this integral as j, the integral I will become integral t is equal to s to t is equal to b gt into j dt. Now let us solve the integral j. In order to solve the integral j, let us put hu minus hs upon ht minus hs is equal to y. Now by cross multiplication from here we get hu is equal to hs plus ht minus hs into y. Now differentiating both sides, here we get h dash u du, derivative of this term will be 0 and derivative of this term, this is fixed, derivative of y will be dy. So we get the value h dash u du is equal to ht minus hs into dy. Now we can substitute these values in the integral j. So the integral j will become integral, also the limits of integration will change, they will become 0 to 1. So we get j is equal to integral 0 to 1 ht minus hs dy. In the denominator we have ht minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha into y raised to the power 1 minus alpha into ht minus hs minus hs minus ht into y whole raised to the power alpha. So from here we get taking this term in the numerator, this will become y raised to the power alpha minus 1, and combining these terms we get ht minus hs we can take common, inside we will get 1 minus y whole raised to the power alpha. So combining the terms here we get the value of integral j, that will be integral 0 to 1 y raised to the power alpha minus 1 into 1 minus y raised to the power minus alpha. Now by definition this is the integral given by beta function with the arguments inside we have alpha and 1 minus alpha. Now by definition beta mn is given by gamma of first into gamma of second divided by gamma of alpha plus 1 minus alpha, that will become gamma of 1, so that will be 1, and the value of gamma alpha into gamma 1 minus alpha, that is given by pi upon sine alpha pi. Now substituting the values in the integral j, and then the value of integral j substituted in the integral I, we get I is equal to integral t is equal to s to t is equal to b gt into pi upon sine pi alpha dt. We can take this term to the left side, so we get sine alpha pi upon pi into I is equal to integral t to t is equal to s to t is equal to b gt dt. Now substituting the value of integral I, we get integral s to b h dash u fu du divided by hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha is equal to pi upon sine alpha pi into the integral from s to b gt dt. Now from here we can find the value of this integral s to b gt dt is equal to sine alpha pi by pi, and the value of integral I is integral s to b h dash u fu divided by hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Now we are to find the value of g, so we can differentiate both sides with respect to s by using Leibniz rule of differentiation under the integral sign. So if we differentiate this integral with respect to s by using Leibniz rule of differentiation, we get the value of this as minus g. And on the right side, sine alpha pi by pi, that is constant, and derivative of this term with respect to s, that is given by d by ds of integral h dash u fu divided by hu minus hs whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Now, because we are to find the value of solution g in terms of t, so we can replace s by t here and shifting this negative sign to the right side. We get the value gt is equal to minus sine alpha pi upon pi d by dt of the integral h dash u fu divided by hu minus ht whole raised to the power 1 minus alpha. Here the limits of integration of u, they are from t to p. So this is the solution of the another form of Abel's singular integral equation.